I feel like renew and align really aligns with what I want to accomplish. I am super excited to finish this year so strong, feeling like my most confident self, feeling ready for all of the amazing things that are going to happen in 2025. I have so many things I want to do, so many plans, so many things I want to create. And I know that the only way I can show up fully and execute all of these ideas is if I take the time now to nourish myself, strengthen my nervous system, and become the best version of myself that I know is probably way easier to achieve than I make it be. Hey y'all, welcome back to Reel It In. I'm your host, Reed Cox, and this is your go-to destination for self-improvement and creating the life you've always desired, all while keeping it real. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit subscribe so you never miss a future episode. And if you enjoy the episode, click the like button and leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. I always love engaging with you guys, so leave me a comment and let's get into it. Okay. We are back from Thanksgiving. Y'all, I had the best time. So I was up in the North Carolina mountains with my entire family. Like, I'm talking my parents, my sister, my grandparents, my cousins. Everyone was up there. And we had the best time celebrating Thanksgiving. We always go to the same place every year in North Carolina. And I just love the vibe of being up in the mountains. All the leaves have fallen from the trees. It's like freaking freezing. It's like in the 20s. And I just love how from the back of the house, you look through the trees and you can like see for miles. Just being up there, I just felt so whimsical and inspired. And it was a lot of family time, but I did manage to go on a few walks by myself. And if you've watched the channel before, you know that I love long walks. And when I go on these long walks, it's usually when I have the most downloads and most intuitive hits, and I get the most inspiration for what I want to do next in life. So I was able to get away from the house. I went for my first walk, and I remember, it was like a 2-hour walk, and I just had download after download after download. And I was given so much inspiration for what I want to do next in my life, and especially what I want to do in 2025. This video is coming out the first week of December. So we are in the last month of the year. And usually the last month of the year, I've always loved December because it's a great time for me to really take stock of the year. And I always get all these ideas for what I want to do the following year. And so that's what happened to me when I was in North Carolina. So I got all these ideas. When I got home from my walk, I wrote them all down, all on a sheet of paper. And they never stopped. They kept pouring out for days that I was there. And then on the airplane, which is also a thing, whenever I'm flying, I always get so many great downloads. I was getting so many downloads, just scribbling them down. And when I got home to my house and was greeted by my lovely fiance, I got in bed and I looked at my list and I realized, oh my God, like 2025 has the possibility to be my best year yet. And I better buckle up and get ready for it. I have so many amazing plans. And when I look at them, they're goals that I know will stretch me and they'll be really challenging, but I do know that they are all possible if I show up with a strong vessel, a relaxed nervous system, a plan, and I make use of my time and I go for it. I know this is possible. However, what has become clear to me is that in order to show up on January 1st and just execute and just go after it, I need to use this last month of 2024, December 2024, as a time to really get my shit together. When I say get my shit together, actually, that's a bit too harsh. I'm not gonna be harsh on myself because I have my shit together, but I'm really feeling called to just nourish myself, build up my confidence, build up my energy, take extremely good care of myself so that when 2025 comes around, I am ready when the opportunities come. When the phone rings, I'm ready to pick it up and go. I am ready to take action, and I want to enter 2025 feeling like the best version of myself. So that brings me to this December's theme, which is renew and align. Do we like it? renew and align. I feel like renew and align really aligns with what I want to accomplish. I want to renew every part of my life, how I feel physically, how I take care of myself, renew what I believe is possible for myself. Renew just like everything, my style, my how I approach things, how I make use of my time throughout the day. And then the align part of it is all about aligning to this future version of myself that I can see so clearly, get crystal clear on her, write it down, and just align with how my future self walks through the world. And I thought this would be a great opportunity for us to all renew and align together. So I have 4 pillars to go through with y'all. I have 4 pillars of the Renew and Align challenge. It's gonna be great. I feel like everyone could benefit of it. Even if you're watching this not in December and you're watching it later on, you should be doing this like now, like today. Like don't wait till the end of the year to do this, okay? So I have my computer here with me and I'm gonna read y'all what I wrote down as far as our 4 pillars go. So your first pillar in the Renew and Align challenge is reflect and release. So we're going to reflect on this past year and then we're going to release what doesn't serve us. So I want you to take time to journal, take time to meditate, or just simply be still and reflect on the beautiful lessons this year has taught you and lovingly let go of what's no longer serving you. I know I'm letting go of obsessing and having anxiety on things that I literally can't control, or letting other people create anxiety in my life where I just don't need it. I don't need it. I'm releasing anything that is no longer serving me. I'm releasing energy vampires. I'm releasing caring about people that have only made it clear they just want to create turmoil in my life. That's done. And I'm also releasing the habits that are just no longer serving me, like procrastinating, sleeping in a bit too late. I mean, I usually get up around anywhere between like 8 a.m., like 7:30 to 8:30, but I'd really love to be getting up at 6. I don't know about y'all, but I really thrive waking up early in the morning. So ask yourself, like, what is the best time of the day that you could wake up in? Do you perform best in the morning? Would it be better if you made better use of your time in the morning by waking up earlier? I am going to practice going to sleep earlier and waking up earlier because I know I do best when I get a good night's sleep and I just get so much more done in the morning and the evening. I get more done in the morning and the evening. The middle of the day just like might as well be a wash. Obviously I can be productive, but I don't feel as best in the middle of the day as I do in the morning and at night. So I'm really gonna align my days and plan my days around the times when I do best. Okay, the next pillar. Are you ready? Recharge and nurture. This could possibly be the most important pillar of the Renew and Align challenge. Okay, so you're gonna pour into yourself with rituals that feel good. You know, think cozy evenings, nourishing meals, movement that uplifts you, and indulging in self-care that makes you feel radiant and ready. Okay, this is the most important. I have come to realize that I am able to show up as my best self when I feel like my best self. And over the past few months, I've kind of let my positive rituals go. Like, I want to get back into my skincare. I want to get back into my lymphatic drainage. I want to get back into getting in bed at night and journaling rather than watching TV. I really want to just nourish myself and recharge so that I have energy to accomplish what I want to accomplish going into the new year. This looks like me in the month of December basically saying no to things that don't serve. And I know it's hard in December over the holidays. There's so many holiday parties and so many opportunities to be social, but I'm really going to get clear on picking and choosing how I'm spending my time socially, because if I'm just being social all the time, that'll drain my energy, and I know I'm not going to accomplish what I want to accomplish this month. So I'm really going to get clear on who I want to spend my time with. I'm only saying yes to social engagements that are with people that I know fill my cup up, and I know I leave these interactions feeling more inspired and better than how I showed up. So that will be happening. I have started to really lean into my nighttime skincare routine. We are doing face masks. We are doing like all the things, the eye creams, the the nourishing, what's it called? The hydrating creams, all of it. We're just getting really good at taking care of our skin, taking care of our bodies. I'm doing lymphatic drainage on myself again, which I just feel so much better when I do lymphatic drainage. We are taking our supplements. So I don't know about y'all. I'm one of those people that I have a ton of supplements sitting on my kitchen counter and I just barely take them ever. So I'm getting really good at deciding which supplements I'm going to take first thing in the morning, which supplements I'm going to take after lunch, and which ones I'm going to take at night before I go to bed. And I'm going to get really good at taking them. Some are actually becoming important to take right now. So I'm going to get good at taking my supplements. And I'm honestly just going to eat really well and nourish myself with really warming foods that my body just craves during the wintertime. Oatmeal, hot soups, fish, like yummy winter root vegetables. I've been on a barbecue chip kick recently since I started Pilates teacher training because I'm working out so much. And so I've just allowed myself to have barbecue chips every day. I'm going to cut those out. It's time. It's time to cut those out. But just really nourish myself and allow myself to rest at the times I need to rest so I can recharge and feel like the best version of myself moving into 2025. Now, pillar number 3 is download and dream big. So you guys have heard me talking about downloads so far this episode. Downloads are basically when you download an intuition hit, like when you have a hit of intuition where you're like, I need to do this, I should do that, I should go here, do that. It can be as simple as like go to this coffee shop. That could be a download. Or the download could be start this business. But download and dream big. Okay, so I want you to light a candle, grab a cup of tea or coffee or wine, whatever you want to drink, and create your vision for the new year. And use this time to map out any dreamy but actionable steps that bring you closer to your goals. And I want you to know, like, you can sit down and make it a whole thing, but also for me this month, I'm going to be kind of in an active, how do I put it? I'm going to just basically use this whole month to have a blank piece of paper. And when I get a download, I just go write it on there. I'm like not sitting down and ruminating about how I'm going to make it happen. Like if I have a hit, I'm going to write it down and then move on to the next thing that I had planned. So I'm kind of doing the download and dream big portion of this pillar as just moving through the world with a curious mind on about what could be next for me. And I'll tell you what, I've had so many downloads and dreams come through already this past week in the first week of December that I'm just like, wow, we got a lot. Like, keep sending them, but like maybe, take a break. No, I want all the downloads because then I'll just choose the best. But really use this time to get curious about what you want to experience and achieve in the new year. If you've been working on something that just clearly isn't lighting you up anymore or isn't working out, and you just feel in your heart that you're ready to move on, that's a good thing to sit with and really get curious on if it's actually what you should be doing moving forward and what you could replace that with. So really dream big, get curious, and anytime you have an idea, just write it down, even if it seems too good to be true. Even if you get a download, you're like, that could never happen to me. Just write it down and we'll deal with how you're going to make it happen later. Because who knows, the opportunity may just present itself to you without you having to do anything, all because you wrote it down and brought it from your subconscious to your conscious mind. So the 4th pillar is practice and embody. I want you to get out a piece of paper and write at the top of it, my future self. And this is the vision of your future self. And I want you to write down all the words that describe your future self in 2025. You can write it out as sentences, as an essay, write a journal entry as your future self 6 months from now in 2025. But write down all the ways your future self is, how she carries herself through the world, he or she, how they carry themselves through the world, what their ideal day in the life looks like, what their thoughts are, how they feel in their body. I really want you to get clear on that. So begin stepping into your future self by weaving in habits and routines that align with the woman you're becoming. the woman or man you're becoming. Even small, consistent actions hold so much power. So you're gonna write out how your future self is, the vision of your future self, and then I want you to weave in those traits, those character traits, into your daily life. So let's say you're walking to the store, walking to a restaurant or somewhere, and you're like you kind of had a weird day. Your shoulders are kind of hunched, but then you remember my future self in 2025 is the most confident bitch in this place. So all of a sudden your shoulders go back. You have a smile on your face. You take a stance of optimism. You show up to your interactions with more energy. You embody who your future self is. Before you know it, you will be your future self in real time. Also, time isn't linear. So yes, as you walk through the world each day, I want you to embody this new version of you that you are in the process of becoming. Also, as you start to take care of yourself, get adequate exercise, eat well, you will slowly start to become that future version of yourself just by the actions you're taking every day. These small actions you take to do Pilates, to eat well, to rest, to do your nighttime skincare routine. You're gonna start feeling so much better in your own skin that before you know it, you will be this future version of you. So those are the 4 pillars of the Renew and Align Challenge. Next, I have written out some mantras that are here to help you on your journey this month of becoming your most renewed and aligned self. Okay, so here's some mantras. What I would recommend is every morning, you can read out all 7 of these, or you can just choose one that you read out every morning and every night before you go to bed, or you write it down in a little slip of paper, put it in your purse or your pocket, put it on the refrigerator, read it throughout the day. But these mantras are here to help you as a tool step into the future version of yourself. Okay, mantra number 1. I am the architect of my dreams, and each day I lay the foundation for a beautiful future. 2. I honor this season of preparation as a sacred step toward my highest self. That's one of my favorites. Mantra number 3. With grace and intention, I am aligning my heart, mind, and body for what's to come. I love that one too. Number 4. Mantra number 4. I am letting go of what weighs me down and stepping into what lifts me up. Oh, I love that one. Number 5. I move through this season with purpose, trust, and an open heart. Mantra number 6. I am readying myself to bloom in ways I never thought possible. And mantra number 7. Every small action I take now is a love letter to my future self. And that last one, every small action I take now is a love letter to my future self, is what I want us to have vibrating in our psyche this whole month. Every small action, it's leading us to our future self. It's a love letter to our future self. We're telling our future self we are ready. We're telling the universe, God, higher power, whatever you believe is out there, that we are ready for all the gifts we have in store for us. We are ready to receive. We are ready to take on all the responsibility that comes with all the gifts that we're about to receive. And we're just ready. We're ready to do it. So that is the blueprint for December. If you guys have any thoughts, any questions, leave them in the comments. I am super excited to finish this year so strong, feeling like my most confident self, feeling ready for all of the amazing things that are going to happen in 2025. I have so many things I want to do, so many plans, so many things I want to create. And I know that the only way I can show up fully and execute all of these ideas is if I take the time now to nourish myself, strengthen my nervous system, and become the best version of myself that I know is probably way easier to achieve than I make it be. Does that make sense? Okay, y'all, that is it for this week. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed the episode, shoot me a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. I love interacting with y'all in the comments, and I'll see y'all next time.